Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Beingwendy. My name is Wendy, aka Mama Dinah, and I do videos on motherhood, lifestyle, and anything I feel like telling you guys about. And yeah, so if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button right now and then hit the bell button so that you guys can get notified whenever I post. Thank you so much for the love on the previous video. It's actually been so hard to come back on YouTube and get my subscribers back to watching my videos as much as they used to watch before, because inconsistency can kill your channel. So if you're a new YouTuber, learn this from me: inconsistency will kill your channel. So wait, I feel like I'm a bit far. Let me move. Yeah, this is so much better. So today is actually Sunday. You'll see this video hopefully tomorrow morning, hopefully, God willing. And I just came home from we went to church and then had lunch with the family, and then I'm back home. So then I was asleep, so I was like, this is the best time to shoot this video. Yeah, so actually today, from the title, I'm going to have a very interesting conversation. And people always have one point of, most of the time people will have one point of view when it comes to this conversation. So I'm going to talk about the psychotic baby mamas. I'm putting it in quotes because I feel it's people just assume. They don't assume, but people just take one side, and mostly it's people who've heard from the side of the father, people you've not listened to the mother and understood why she's psychotic. You get? But then again, there are baby mamas who just like drama and they take things to a whole new level. Now that's another level of this whole thing, but I will give you guys my point of view on what I think about psychotic baby mamas. Yeah, so it's actually I'm actually kind of having to tackle this conversation. It's because one time I've been called like I'm crazy, I'm psychotic, so I felt the need to have this conversation. But then again, there's also that point of there's also that point where I wouldn't want people to be addressed as that. You guys get what I'm saying? So I came to this conversation mostly because I don't want people to be addressed as that. Yet, it's deeper than people think. It's not some people don't just wake up in the morning and decide, but they're going to be crazy, and I'm not going to let this person have peace in their life just because I feel like it. No, most times it doesn't even happen like that. But this is my point of view because I've been called crazy. I've been that psychotic person before I had Dinah. I was even after. Even just I've been psychotic. but you know what? This was mostly before I had Dinah, and what led me to having Dinah. So this is why I'm having this conversation, to just give you my point of view on this whole thing. Yeah. So first of all, there's people sometimes how I don't know how to start this conversation exactly. Okay, I can just start saying I feel there's reasons as to why a lady can become psychotic, a baby mama. I'm going to speak most about being a baby mama because I'm a mom. That's what I know how to do best, being a mom. So it's what I spend most of my days being and doing, thinking about, being a mom. So there's that. Let me think about it. Let me have that. What could be the probable cause of being psychotic? Yeah. So there's probably so you see, once you get pregnant and you're left, especially because of the whole process. You see, it's not something you can control yourself. There's too much emotion. For me, my pregnancy made me very emotional. I used to cry so much, like the slightest things would get me crying and all that. And I would become very, very emotional because of that. So imagine I'm emotional over the slightest things, and then the one person you feel should be able to understand is obviously the father of the child, and that father of the child has left you. So it's going to drive you nuts. I was driven nuts, you guys. So there's the point of lack of financial stability. Obviously, you're young, you're thinking about, okay, so what next? And I'm not saying even older people cannot. I think they can also be psychotic. Maybe they have money, but still, you need the emotional support. So there's the fear of failure. You don't know how, you're a new mom. You don't know how this thing is going to be, and then you're about to do it alone. It's going to be a bit tricky. And even if this person is offering support, they're not being there. There's a difference. So there's also you're regretting. There's jealousy. When wait, let me not get to jealousy first. There's denial. You become hopeless. You start feeling, okay, maybe I'm never going to, maybe you wanted a certain career path and you feel like, being a parent will either you'll have to put that on hold, or you'll have to revisit that later, or you'll have to just forgo it completely. There's also your bitter. So bitterness, jealousy, and I'm going to put baby daddy drama. Yes. So honestly, the fact is, when you have not accepted this whole situation, especially sometimes it's not even accepting being pregnant and having a child, it's accepting that you've been left. When you don't accept that it's going to deal with you in funny ways, and then it gets worse when this person who left moves on. You become jealous and you become bitter, and trust me, you will not want them to have peace, because you're like, I'm going through so much. Being a mom, I'm sleeping late, I'm waking up early, I'm hustling too much, and then you don't want to either provide a certain, you're not providing enough, and I'm doing so much more than I feel like I should. I feel like we should come halfway, and you're not doing that. That is going to drive someone insane. So when I was pregnant, I had issues with Dinah's father, and I had not known the depth of the issues because we were not like sleeping in the same house and all that. So I didn't know until one time I found out. I don't want to get too much into the details because that's the past. But I found out something that made me snap. I snapped. I went also. Yay! Y'all don't know Psychotic. I became psycho. I became wild. I became something else, and it was because this whole time I keep crying at night. I'm pregnant. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Where am I going to start from? And this person here is enjoying life, doing other things, and you're like, yo. So when you find out like how deep the situation is, you're like, wait a minute, wait, what? So that anger and denial and all that can trigger you, can get you to a place where you didn't think you could ever get to. Honestly, that time I saw a side of me that I had I've never been so angry in my life. That was the first time I saw myself in a way. I was like, yo, girl, you need to, calm down. You need to work on how you would do this and all that. As in, you can't be this person and you're just about to become a mother. This is not healthy. This is not right. It's not fair for your child. As in, that whole time I was just like, Wendy, apana, tumekata, hakuna kukua hivi, no. So yeah, as in, I don't like it because that time some people would say and be like, Wendy's just acting crazy, Wendy's not understanding the situation, and I'm like, you people, you can't. Okay, no, I didn't talk that time, but now I'm just like telling people, please understand that the pregnancy and being a parent drives you. It's honestly, when you become a mother, it's the most selfless thing ever, because first of all, you have accepted to giving yourself out completely. This applies to the single dads also, the men who are raising their kids themselves. Yeah, as in, it's like you're giving someone now the ticket to be like, you know what, you come first. Whatever I want will come after what you want. That's how being a parent is. It's very, very selfless, and you will lose a part of yourself. That time I lost a very big part of me, and I didn't know. I honestly wasn't prepared psychologically for pregnancy. I was just not. I was not prepared at all. But the anger pushed me to a place. I got to a place I was like, no, this is not you, and you've never been. Like, trust me, anyone who knows me and saw me that night would be like, this is not Wendy. And that is the day I decided, you know what, I'm not going to allow myself to be driven by my anger. No. So anyway, that incident got me so mad for a few more days, and then the next thing, I'm having dinner. I panicked, but you know what, the kid was alright, so I had dinner, and all my anger disappeared, and it left my body. But then there are things later that happened that, you know, made me pissed off. But I realized I should never allow anyone to get me to that point of anger where I'm like, this is no longer me. So people are always going to judge from what they see, not what they know, not from the backside, from how you're reacting. If you act crazy, people are going to judge from that. They're going to be like, you know, when he has become squeezy, nim crazy, alikataa ku accept that mtu imagine aliachwa, si akubali tu. No, it's not easy kukubali uliwachwa. It is not. Okay, si kuachwa, but I'm just saying, it's not easy to accept that you're actually doing this on your own. Especially for the moms who the guy has left and he's gone MIA. How do you all deal with that? Yeah, I don't know. So to some extent, do I think that we're justified to be psychotic? To some extent, I feel like we are. Yes, I feel like we are, because raising a child is not easy. And also when you're left, mostly I'm going to, you know, the psychosis part comes mostly when you treat the father of your child in a certain way, or you're crazy around him, or you don't want him to move on in life, things like that. I feel that is where people start calling you psychotic, because of how you treat the father of your child and him treat the situation where he's moving on and it's not easy for you. So that is where they come from with that. So that is why I keep on talking about the things about you've been left, being ditched. No. So when you're alone, you're not psychotic. When you're alone, you become angry. You might get into depression. You might get into like a space where you're not hopeful at all, and it's because you did not get that kind of support. What I think should happen is, especially with the guys, if you feel like you're done, like you can't be with me, let's just find a way around it such that you've not ditched your responsibilities as a father. Don't forget that you will always be the father. Never forget that. And don't judge the psychotic baby mama, especially if you're the girlfriend to the baby daddy. I feel like those are the people who should never speak. Do not speak about the woman who was there previously, because you have no idea. And so when the relationship is new, you get to, it's a very enjoyable part of the relationship. You don't get to see the negative sides of a person until it's a bit later and you're like, yo, I didn't know this, I didn't see this. So when you, especially when some guys come to you and say, my baby mama is psychotic. No, ask what exactly led to her being like this. First of all, that's a big red flag. A big red flag. I know a friend of mine who used to tell me about, she was dating this guy who had a baby mama, and this baby mama would come to his house over the weekend and sleep. And she was dating, imagine, she would come and sleep, like she kind of behaved like his wife. She would come and sleep, and then if she finds this girl's perfumes, she'll carry them. She'll use them and carry them and things like that. And it was just, and at that time I was not a mom, so I was just like, what's wrong with this girl? But then this is what we don't know. You don't know that maybe this guy does not also want to let this girl go, this baby mama. You understand? The fact that she'll be courageous enough to come to your house and sleep over and use perfumes and things like that. You don't know if this guy is telling her, these are perfumes I bought for you. You don't know if this guy is giving her signs that there's a possibility of us being together because of the child. You know that's a thing people use a lot. Let's do this because of our child. I don't do things because of my child. As in, I don't remain in toxic spaces because of my child. I don't really care, honestly. The only thing I care about is my child's peace of mind and all that. I will have a cordial relationship, but don't force me to be too tight with you because of my child, and not necessarily her dad. Because okay, not necessarily the dad. Most, even if it's just the family, like family and things like that, I don't do such nonsense. Yeah, I put my child first and myself also. I don't forget about myself. Now I don't forget about myself now. Now I believe I'm also very important. My sanity is important, because if I'm not happy, I'm not in a good space, Dinah will be affected. Seriously, terribly, she'll be seriously affected by how I behave. Yeah, so I did not allow myself to get to the psychotic stage. But I also encourage young moms, when you start seeing you're getting to a space where you don't even know who you are, you don't even know who you're becoming, get help, talk to someone, or just sit down, rethink things, and be like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with this. And I always tell people, do you know it is so easy? You just decide, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I'm not going to pick up those phone calls. I am not going to discuss anything that is not my child or her money. I am not going to discuss anything that is not child related. Like, just decide, no, I'm done. Because there are people who will also encourage, I know some guys, they have not defined a relationship with their baby mamas, and that is dangerous, because this girl has had a child for you and you're not defining it, but you want her to keep coming, you want to keep spending the night and things like that. Oh, in the name of our child, and then it gets to a point when she starts feeling like, you know, I'm becoming wifey, because I mean, from baby mama, it's wifey. So if she starts feeling like she's in that space, and then you're like, yo, we were not, I didn't ask you to date me, we were never exclusive, that girl is going to go psycho on you. She's going to go psycho on you so bad, you'll not be ready. So I think some things we bring them upon ourselves, but for women, for girls, for young girls, generally any moms, don't allow yourself to be that person. Just be proud, love yourself first, put yourself first. And I believe something everyone is preaching these days, and I feel is very underrated, is self-love. Self-love is very important. I can't love you until I love myself first. Yo, I learned that, and I've been said to just, let me love myself first, and then I can be able to love my child even better. There is no way you will love people around you if you don't love yourself. Never. It cannot happen. So yeah, you guys, what do you guys think about baby mamas and being psychotic? I know there are people who are just being unreasonable and they're seriously on a whole new level of the psychosis thing, but there's people who are genuinely sick, genuinely need help, genuinely need to be talked to and to be understood. So don't ever judge someone, especially when you don't know the whole story, when you don't know both sides of the story. Don't listen to one side of the story and be like, yo, imagine it's like this. No. These days, I don't do that. These days, so many girls come into my DMs and I'm always like, I can't disclose a specific thing. But I'm like, no, I can't disclose. I don't talk about the things I get in my DMs with anyone. So I don't want to make my subscribers feel weird. But let's give an example of what now. Yes, let us give an example of this man can only do things. Yes. Okay, I've never had a story like this. Okay, I don't know a story like this, but I've had something similar. Not necessarily from my subscribers, but maybe just when you're talking in your circles. So this man will only provide if you're single. Do you know that? There's guys who will probably only want to provide for the child when you're single, when you're not seeing any other man. And he's seeing someone. Double standards match, yeah? So, yeah, that situation can drive you nuts, especially if you're not in the right financial space. they can use that against you and it will drive you insane. For him, it's a game, it's fun, whatever he's enjoying, I don't know. But for you, it's deeper than that. You're going to get stressed because you're like, where's my child going to eat from? Nini, my life needs to move on. And you'll just be, my mom says, utamark time tu hapo, unachapa tu malap. Yeah, so it's good for you to also understand that there are things you can't deal with. You just can't deal with. Go get a lawyer, do like a draft or a payment plan on how someone is supposed to provide. These things are really going to help you in terms of when someone knows their role in the child's life. It's going to be really, really important. And I think I should bring on a lawyer. I have a lawyer friend or two. I have like so many lawyer friends, but I think I should bring on a lawyer, bring them in on this conversation and see how we can try and co-parent peacefully, and no one is going to become a psycho. Yeah, no one is going to become crazy. So I hope I've given you guys a new perspective on the psychotic baby mamas. I'm just going to put all this in quotes because I don't believe anyone is genuinely psychotic without a genuine reason. I do not believe that. So yeah, it was a basic interesting conversation. Hit my comment section, tell me what you guys think about it, and yeah, let's see each other in the next video. So I love you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Beingwendy, especially if you're new. And also tell your friends to tell their friends. Introduce your young parents to this space. It would be very, very beautiful to have a bigger family of young parents who are doing parenting differently and they're loving being parents. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.